What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, I am Monia K. If you are already subscribed, thank you for coming back and rocking with me. But anyway, this video, by the title, is gonna be like my pregnancy story video. I did my how I told my mom I was pregnant. I did my labor and delivery story. Some of it got cut off, I believe. So this is gonna be my pregnancy story. Now with this video, I want to throw out, I'm not bashing anybody, but I guess it comes off that way just because it is what it is. The second thing I want to throw out is no pity. Like, I got through it and I'm still getting through it and I'm still doing what I got to do for my daughters. So it's like no pity. Like, I feel no sadness anymore. I guess that's what you can say. Because I do throw shade, like. But anyway, let's just get on with this story. Okay, so if you watch my, what story was it? I made a story, one of them. I think it was my how I told my mom. And I stated that I had told the twins' dad, you know, like before anybody, when I had went to visit him in the town that I used to live in or whatever. And so basically, as you can see, I told him first, but he kept ignoring me. Okay, so anytime I would try to talk to him, he wouldn't respond, he wouldn't text. And like I said, I don't live in that town anymore, so it wasn't easy for me to be like, well, I'm gonna pop up on you then. Like, no. So, you know, and at that time, it was a lot going on in my life, so I just pushed it away, pushed it back. I moved in this house that I live in now, in this town that I live in now. That I live in now. I moved in this area last December 2015, and that's when it started to get real. I text no he I was going to an uncle's funeral, and he texted me and was like, no, first he was Instagram messaging me. And you know how Facebook now, they have Messenger where you got to accept the message request if you're not friends with them. Okay, so first I guess he Facebook messaged me, and I never knew because you got to accept the request. It don't just come through. So, you know, Instagram DM, they come right through. So I woke up that morning and had like 7 messages from DM from him, like, hey, respond back, I miss you, what are you doing, I miss you, I want to see you, like back to back, like crazy. Okay, so I finally respond back like, okay, well, what do you want, you know, like I'm like real tight, like, you know, what do you want, da 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 da. And he's like, I'm gonna be staying in a motel for a little bit, da 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 da, and let's move in together. I'm like, I already have somewhere to live. Like, don't think you slick. I already have somewhere to live. And basically I was like, you know, when I was trying to talk to you and be serious with you on a serious note, you ain't wanna text back, you ain't wanna act like you wanted to, you know, be supportive of me, and none of that. And this is in the beginning. And he's like, you know, I'm sorry, if you are pregnant, then, you know, it's nothing we can do about it, da 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 da. Now that's what he said. So comes a little bit further, because this is December 7th. So go a little bit in December, like maybe December 22nd or whatever. You know what, we're gonna push it a little bit further. You know, no, we're gonna keep it right there. So I would talk to him and I would text him, no, because, you know, I'm still thinking in my head like I could be pregnant. So I'm texting him, you know, like trying to get on mutual grounds before I actually go find out for sure, and then end up having to tell my mom, because my mom never met him. So we're just gonna throw that out there. At this point, my mom had never met him. The town that I used to live in, I used to get off of work and go straight to his house, and then after that I would come home. I would get off work, go to his house, spend the night that night, and then go to work that morning, and then go home after that. So my mom end up didn't, like, never meeting him, whatever. So I, you know, was texting him, trying to get on mutual grounds or whatever. And I would be like, okay, first of all, he in December 7th, he had ended up telling me to he gave me his number and said call him. So once I had got home that day, I had called him twice and he didn't answer. Then I text like, "What's up?" He never texts back. So I text him again like a couple days later, whatever, and was like, we really need to talk. He's like, talk about what? And I'm like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, why you being retarded right now? Like, you know what I'm talking about. And he's like, well, I don't know what you want to do because I'm thinking about going to New York. I'm like, what does New York have to do with anything that I'm talking about? And he's like, well, if you are pregnant, then it's going to be a problem because you live in a different town now and we don't live in the same town and wah, wah, wah. Okay, so basically, all within this text message, I got told that um, he didn't want any more baby mamas. He didn't want any more kids. And for me to get an abortion, he's like, well, I don't want it. I got kids already because he had 3 kids and 3 baby mamas. And for most, for most girls, right there is a red flag. Like, first of all, nigga, I'm not talking to you. You got too many kids. You got too many baby mamas. But I put that like to the side, and I didn't even, like hope that it gets him. You know what I mean? So he's like, yeah, I don't want any more baby mamas. I don't want no more kids. And you just get an abortion if you are. I got money for it. And da 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 da. Like all of this. So I'm like, you expect me to get my first kid because you already got kids and you already got baby mamas. Like, you sad. You a sad nigga. And I can't take you serious. Like, I was just going off because I was blown. Like, first of all, be supportive a little bit. Like, I'm scared because this will be my first kid. Like, be supportive. Okay, so go on, go on. So we're talking, and I'm thinking we get on mutual grounds. So I asked him, did you tell your mom? First of all, he asked me, did I tell my mom? And I said, I'm going to tell my mom on Christmas. I tried to, but if you watch how I told my mom, it just kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. But I told him, like, I'm going to try to tell my mom on Christmas for a Christmas gift. So I asked, did you tell your mom? He like, yeah. I'm like, okay, so what did you tell her? He like, oh, well, I told her. And I was like, well, what did she say? Like, your mom, obviously, you got to say something. And he's like, she didn't feel no type of way about it because, she already got grandkids. She got, like, 11 grandkids or whatever, however many. So she really ain't saying that she really feel no type of way. I'm like, okay, well, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So he would call every maybe once a week and be like, how you doing, how you feeling, and all of that, blah blah blah. We gonna fast. No, and then he had the nerve to tell me, because I texted him one day, like, like, he wanted it to be like us together, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not even digging this. I just wanted to be like, we co-parent, and you be about the kids, I be about the kids, and we talk about, like, what's going on. So since it didn't go his way, he wanted it no way. So he would text me like, oh, sorry I didn't text you back because I've been with my girl all week. I don't care about you being with no girl. I care about my daughters getting taken care of. Like, what are you talking about? Or not even my daughters, because I didn't even know, like, they were girls. I didn't know I was having twins. None of that. I just care about my child getting taken care of. You feel me? So, okay, so we're going to fast forward in January. His birthday was before my mom, so I ended up telling my mom, and you can watch how I told my mom, or I'll put it in the description box below. But told my mom, she asked, did he know, blah blah blah. Fast forward, she ended up talking to him on the phone. Now he would get on the phone with my mom and try to get my mom to get us back together. Like, talk to your daughter and try to get your daughter to be back with me. Like, I want a family. She don't want to be a family with me. Yada yada yada. So my mom would talk to me like, give him another chance. Maybe you the girl who can, change him and da 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 da. I wasn't trying to hear none of that. I don't want that. You know what I mean? Like, he's shady. He told me to get an abortion. Like, and a whole bunch of other stuff that happened. But I will put that in a different video because let me tell you, that would be for another video. But I'm like, no. So all through that, through that January, he was trying to get my mom to get us back together, but it was not going to happen. So in February, I believe it was February 18th, maybe, he sent $300 for me to go shopping for them. And the only reason why he sent that is because I was playing like I wanted to be with him. Sadly to say, but it's true. Like, if I gotta act like I'm gonna be with you for you to do something for my daughters, then I'm gonna act like I'm gonna be with you. Like, but so he ended up sending that or whatever, and I was like, I'm not gonna pretend. Like, this is not what I want, so I'm not gonna pretend. So he was supposed to come to my house in January. Just come, spend time with, like, go to a doctor's appointment. Because he was like, well, set a doctor's appointment on the day that I'm off. He was off Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I set it to a Thursday. So he was supposed to come and go to that doctor's appointment. So he, like, 2 nights before he was supposed to come, he's texting me. And I remember because I was in the tub, my body was hurting. And at this point, I do know that I'm having twins. So my body was hurting or whatever. So he texted me like, oh, I can't wait. And I'm like, well, you can't wait. He's like, to come there and be with y'all. I'm like, he's like, what, you aren't excited? I'm like, I'm excited for my daughter or for my twins, because I didn't know they were girls. I'm excited for my twins. And he's like, so you're not excited to see me? And I'm like, well, I'm not focusing on me. So then after that, he chose not to come. He's like, I feel like I should not come because it wouldn't be good, because I was thinking about working on us while I was there, and you don't want that. You don't want that, so I'm not gonna come. So he said he wasn't gonna come and all of that, blah blah blah. So I ended up telling my mom, like, he said he's not gonna come because I don't want to be with him and yada yada yada. It's just like, well, I'm not giving no hope into him no more. Like, when he called me and he doing all this yabbling, I'm not gonna put any more work into it. So, the next thing was the baby shower. We specifically, me and my mom, no, my mom bought everything by herself. She spent over $500 on my baby shower, doing everything by herself. Nobody put in no help to help her. So, we put it on a specific day for him and his mom to be able to come. Okay, my mom sent his mom an invitation through text message and sent it to him. When she sent it to him, he immediately texted me and was like, we need to work on if we're gonna be together. And I'm like, shorty, I've been telling you I don't want to be with you. Like, I just care about my kids. He's like, oh, okay, so co-parenting it is, and you're gonna be mad when it's you on the other foot. And what did he say? What did he say, honey? Some jibber jabber, like, you gonna miss me and it's gonna be too late, some blah blah blah, something like that. So I'm like, and at that point my mom was on the phone with his mom, you know, doing a fake aroni talk. And so like I said, she sent her invitation to. Nobody showed up to the baby shower. Shady, right? Nobody showed up to the baby shower. And when I recently asked him why didn't he show up to the baby shower, his only excuse was because he was scared. He was running. You have 3 other kids. What are you scared and what are you running from? Like, I'm not understanding. Like, you act like you never been down this road before. Meanwhile, you just don't want to say because you didn't want to be with me. So nobody came. It's like during the baby shower, I end up texting him and saying like, like, are y'all coming? Because everybody kept asking me like, where's your baby daddy at? Where his family at? And I kept saying, I don't know. Maybe they on their way. Maybe they on their way. I don't know. So I ended up texting him. He's like, oh, my mom just got out the hospital and I'm not coming. Blah blah blah. But I look on Instagram and he's like at work right now. If your mom at the hospital, why you ain't at the hospital with your mom? Why you at work? Like, if you're gonna lie, you ain't gotta lie. Just say you didn't want to come. You're a coward, etc., etc. So him, his mom, and nobody else from their family ended up coming to the baby shower. But we still turned up. You feel me? Still had a DJ. Still turned up. That was like a good day. That was a really good day. But after that, that was it for me. Like, after that, I had enough. I'm like, I gave you strike after strike after strike. Like, that strike was it. Like, what I mean, even for my mom, like, my mom gave no hope for them. My mom was like, if they call my phone, I'm not going to answer. I'm like, I'm not going to answer either. So he would try to call my phone and I would not answer, and he would, or like if his dad called, if his daddy called, I wouldn't answer either. Like, I'm not answering for none of y'all. I'm not giving none of y'all no information on my kids. Like, these are my kids, and if I'm gonna take care of them and worry about them by myself, then y'all don't need to know no information on them. Period. So I remember his daddy had texted me like at 12 o'clock at night. And no, I said his daddy. So it's not him. You not the father. Why you texting me so late? So he texted me late, and I had his number saved, but I was like, you know, like, who is this? And he's like, oh, this Catrell daddy, yada yada yada. You know, how you doing and all that. I'm like, no, what are you doing or something? Because I remember saying I'm finna go to sleep, and he was like, oh, I was just texting to see how you was doing. And I was like, it's late, I'm finna go to sleep. Like, don't worry about how I'm doing. Don't worry about none of that. You, your son, nobody. Don't worry about none of that. If y'all can't be involved correctly, don't be involved at all. So, you know, I just had enough. So I end up basically getting a new number, and my mom kept her number. So he had his daddy calling my mom phone private. So I remember being asleep on the couch and my mom phone just going off like crazy. Like, I remember, and I ended up texting my mom like, oh no, calling my mom like, mom, somebody calling you. So I got up and I answered the phone, and no, she said answer it. So I answered it, and he was like, is this Monia? And I was like, his daddy. I was like, no. He was like, is this Monia mama? I was like, no, and I hung up. And she ended up texting him, like texting they daddy, and was like, you know, don't have your daddy calling my phone. Stop calling my phone private. If you're gonna act like these aren't your kids, then don't be involved. Like, move out the way. No, they were also saying that my kids weren't his kids. So they were also saying something of the nature he was telling them was that he was gonna get a DNA test when they were born because he didn't think that they were his kids, and yada yada yada, all of that. And that I was just trying to pin my kids on him and all of this. Like, if I'm gonna pin my kids on somebody, I'm gonna pin them on somebody who I want to be with, who is gonna be a good example for them. Like no. But I remember, like, I'm gonna skip forward, like April 4th. He had texted my mom that morning. It was like, you know, can you have Monia call me, or can you give Monia my number? And of course, my mom was not gonna give it to him, so she was like, yeah, I got ready to say his name. She was like, so and so said, call him and text, and or if you know me give him your number. So I ended up calling him, and I called private. Since you and your daddy like to play on the phone, calling private, I don't want you to have my number, so I'm gonna call private too. Like, I want to play too. So he's like, why are you calling me private? I'm like, cause you don't need my number. Like, what do you want? And he's like, I think I deserve to have your number. I'm like, I think you don't. So what do you want? So once I said that, he hung up on me. So, like, he was that tight that he hung up on me. So he hung up on me, and I was like, since he wants to hang up on me, I will not call you anymore. I will not text you anymore. I will not tell you how my daughters are doing, because at this time I already knew that I had daughters. I will not tell you anything. Like, if y'all really, really, truly knew everything that I went through, because this is only pieces. Like, this is piece, 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 piece. But if y'all really knew everything that I went through with this nigga, and it wasn't even worth it, like, y'all would be like, Monia, why did you put up with that? Why did you continue to put up with that? Like, why did you even try with this nigga? Why didn't you just stop it right there? Like, because I ask myself that this every day. Like, why did I try so hard to get him involved in some beautiful little babies' lives? And why do I still try to get him involved in some beautiful baby lives? Like, if you don't want to be involved in my daughter's lives, then tell him, boy, bye. Boy, bye. Like, after that time at April 4th, after he hung up on me, I didn't text him, I didn't call him, I didn't give him no information, because my thing is, you went to no doctor's appointments, so you don't know any information. You don't know anything. Everything that you know is because of me. Even to this day, everything that you know is because of me. Like, what are you talking about? But anyway, I didn't text him. I didn't tell him anything. I just stayed my distance. He knew what my due date was. His mama knew what his due date was. His daddy knew what my due date was. They can act like they don't know, but sure, you know. Like, you know. So anyway, um, I went, um, like, y'all could see my delivery story and all of that. But basically, when I gave birth, I didn't call nobody. I didn't call y'all because you know what? If y'all wasn't supportive, y'all don't deserve to experience this moment with me. And plus, some other stuff had ended up going down, which will be in another video. But some other stuff ended up going down, and I ended up finding out. So no, y'all can stay where y'all at. Like, if your son want to act like a jerk and not do what he's supposed to do, he will not be involved. Like, and I don't care. Like, I don't care that you missed that moment. Because do you care that all of the stuff that you put me through? Do you care that you told me to basically kill my kids? Like, no, you don't care, so I don't care. So, you know, he wasn't there. He met them when they were 2 months old. And that's because I allowed him to meet them. Like, you wouldn't even met them at 2 months old if I didn't allow you to. But yeah, so basically he wasn't supportive the whole pregnancy. He didn't put in no work. He didn't do anything. My whole pregnancy, I had my family, because I couldn't work, my family bought everything. My whole pregnancy: beds, bouncers, clothes, bottles, wipes, diapers, anything you could think of that a baby needed. My daughters had it. They have 2 beds. They have 2 bouncers. They didn't get share nothing. Like, anything you could think of that a baby would need, they bought it. And my daughters came in this world straight. The only thing he sent, like I said, was $300 on my pregnancy, and that's it. So that $300 went to 2 outfits, 1 box of diapers, 1 pack of wipes, some body wash and all of that stuff. Uh, like I said, I don't really care anymore. But you know what? I will say this: people don't understand of the type of effect that can leave on people by the things that you do. So I think I worded that wrong, but basically what I mean is, some people don't understand, by sometimes the things that you do leaves an imprint on people. So when you try to make it seem like everything should be alright, or it happened so long ago, you should be fine. Or it happened so long ago, why do you have so much hostility still? Because I do. Yeah. And what? Especially when people continue to prove to you that was what was right in my mind before, and they basically prove like, oh yeah, what you thought was right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be nasty. So yeah, I am. But anyway, that's the end of my pregnancy story. Basically, long story short, he wasn't supportive. He didn't go to any doctor's appointments. Matter of fact, my nigga, I didn't even see this whole nigga in my pregnancy. Let's just put it like that. I didn't see him the whole pregnancy. He didn't come to the birth. He knew what my due date was, even though I had them a week before. Whatever. But make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up. And just for all the young ladies out there, do not feel like you stuck with somebody. I say this over and over. Do not feel like you stuck with somebody just because you have a baby by them. Do not feel like you obligated to do what they want to do because you got a baby by them. Do not feel like you obligated to put yourself last, because truly, you put your kids first, then yourself. So It does not go nigga kids yourself. It goes kids yourself, and don't even think about the nigga because he don't matter. Like, don't feel like you obligated to, put your happiness aside to make him happy. Because if he not making you happy, then you need to go find happiness somewhere else, because there's somebody who will give you happiness, and you do not have to keep putting up with the same stuff. I don't care how long y'all been together and y'all have history. You can make history with somebody else and have a very beautiful everyday life. Just because it's temporarily happiness does not mean, you know what I mean? Like, he make you happy this day. If the bad outweighs the good, then you need to let it go. Period. Point blank. But I'm out. I'm out.